Hey guys, this is Kim and you're watching Kim and Minsa's page on book review. Today, I'll be going over the last lessons on Mandela's Way, 15 Lessons on Life, Love and Courage by Richard Stengel. Yay! If you haven't done so, please be sure to see lesson 1 through 10 right down below. Lesson 11. It's a long game. That's the chapter's name. It's a long game. So the points I have for this book, I have learn how to postpone gratification, slow down. Short-term problems were created by short-term thinkers. Look over the horizon. That's pretty nice. Content is the word. Okay. As a young man, Mandela was impatient. He wanted change yesterday. Prison taught him to slow down, and it reinforced his sense that haste often leads to error and misjudgment. Above all, he learned how to postpone gratification. His whole life embodies that. Many of us are used to the opposite. Because our culture rewards speed, we see impatience as virtue. We confuse instant gratification with expressing ourselves. We try to seize opportunity the moment it presents itself, to respond to every tweet or text message without stopping to think. But he would say that we should not let an illusion of urgency force us to make decisions before we are ready. It is true that there are times when we might miss out on an opportunity if we do not turn on a dime. But there are also many times when we might make a better deal or do a better job if we act less quickly and play the long game. Better to be slow and considered than to be fast simply in order to appear decisive. I think this is one of the lessons that I need to learn and practice because sometimes I get to act very fast in my chores and my daily activities. Not a very good sign. Sometimes I feel like I'm going too fast and that I just need to slow down a bit. Maybe more than a bit. Lesson 12. Love makes the difference. I love. So I have here the points are most important thing is love. One day is enough to know someone. Is that true? Let's see what Mandela says. Early one morning, we were walking in the hills near Mandela's home in the Trenski. And he turned to me and asked whether or not I was married. This was unusual in that he rarely asked personal questions. I told him I was not. Ah, he said. I told him that I had recently met a South African photographer named Mary, whom I was interested in. We both fell silent for a moment. Then I asked, how long do you have to know someone before you marry? 1 day, he said and smiled. 1 day can be long enough. I must have given him a puzzled look because he began to elaborate. You can love a woman at first sight, he said, but the love can take a year or more to realize. He then went on to define different categories of attraction. You can see a woman at a debate and be impressed by her intellect, but your emotion is not engaged. And you can see a woman and be interested in her on a superficial level, by which he meant physical attraction. There is no one rule, but love is the most important thing. Love is certainly a beautiful, long-lasting emotion, idea, theme. As long as you find that something that's someone that you've been longing for. Mandela also expresses to never give up love, that you will find someone or something waiting for you. So don't give up, guys. Now, chapter 13. This is an unusual title. Quitting is leading to. Now, we've talked about leaders as leading in the front, leading behind the team, Now we're gonna learn how a leader also quits. When he finally did leave office, he believed that he should truly retire, that he should be like the Roman leader Cincinnatus, who went back to his farm and lived a quiet life. Mandela did not particularly want a quiet life. He still loved the limelight, but he understood that he could not voluntarily leave office and have people think he still secretly earned to be president. When you leave the stage, you can't keep poking your head around the curtain. For the first few years, he was resolute about not commenting on his successor's policies. He understood that he had set the course. Now it was time for others to steer the ship. This is an interesting way to think of a leader, I guess. It's a great but unique way, I would say. What do you guys think? So, lesson 14. It's always both. I often posed questions in that binary manner. Was something this way or that? Was the reason A or B? Yes or no? Early on, I saw that this frustrated him, Mandela, because for Mandela, the answer is almost always both. It's never as simple as yes or no. He knows that the reason behind any action is rarely clear. There are no simple answers to most difficult questions. All explanations may be true. Every problem has many causes, not just one. That is the way Nelson Mandela sees the world. You know, there are a lot of times where there are uncertain questions where people want answers. The problem is that there is no one answer, and sometimes there are no answer to that question. It's difficult to accept that, but that's how life is. Either there's multiple causes, multiple factors, or none at all. Sometimes it's best to leave the things as they are. Sometimes it's best to just accept them. We can't always make everyone happy, right? Lesson 15. Find your own garden. Last lesson, guys. Samuel Johnson once said there was nothing more relaxing than concentrating on a pleasant task that engages the mind but does not tax it too much. For Johnson, that was a chemistry set. For Mandela, it was a garden. For the rest of us, it might be something else entirely. The main thing is that each of us needs something away from the world that gives us pleasure and satisfaction, a place apart. As Mandela once said to me, you must find your own garden. I think this is a way for him to say that we all need space, a break, somewhere to relax, just be us, away from the world. Whether that's playing sports, sleeping, watching a movie, or whatever it is, do what you enjoy. Do what relaxes you. Do what excites you, what makes everything fun. Well, guys, that's the end of the lessons, end of the book of Mandela's Way. 15 lessons on life, love, and courage. I am sincerely fond of this book. I love this book. And I hope you guys do too. I hope you guys like this book as well, like the videos, the lessons I've summarized for you guys. You know, I recommend you guys getting a hard copy of this book, try it out, see if that actually helps with your goal, helps with improving yourself, you know, all the good things. But if you guys don't have time, that's perfectly understandable. Just go ahead, rewatch or re-listen to the videos that I just posted. Just don't stress out. There's always an opportunity, always for you guys to learn and not stress. Well, guys, I hope you like the videos, the lessons that I've posted up. Please leave your comments about this book, the last lessons that I've summarized down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see each other soon again. Bye.